Hi friends, it's almost Christmas, and since we're going to have one more opportunity in our small groups with the children just before Christmas, let's really drive it home about the Nativity and who Jesus is and how He's God's gift to us, because we want them to know God's gift to us was to build this relationship with each of us, and that Jesus came 100% free of sin, and He died on the cross to pay for our sin, and He came back to life that we could have new life. So let's celebrate baby Jesus. Shall we do that? We're going to put together this really fun ornament. Now, I don't know that I would hang this on a tree. It's kind of heavy, but actually it's pretty simple that it's a seek and find type of activity. You have to find all the different people who are involved in the nativity scene. And so we have the little clues right here printed. This is all the different pieces you need to find swirling around inside this ornament. So put that on the tag, or you could just cut out a tag and let the children write down, especially if you have older kids, they can write down all of these different characters that we usually observe in the nativity scene. So let's get started. I found these simple little ornaments at the dollar store for $1. It's so great. And so you want to cut off the tag. Let's do that first. And pull out the inside here. It's really easy to pull that out. And I just used a canning ring, or you could use a shower curtain ring, whatever, just so that you could hold it in place. And then we've got this wonderful vase fill stuff that you can get, and it's really not that expensive either. And since this is so large, we're not going to try to fill the whole thing. We're just going to put about half in there, and that works out pretty good. Now, I have tried this method. It's not the greatest. Here, I'll demonstrate. It's okay, it's doable, but it takes a little while. I think probably a funnel would be great, but a pitcher that has a little bit of a spout to it works pretty good too. I've even cut the corner of this and been able to filter it in there a little bit, but you probably are going to get some of it that's going to go all over the place, and that's just all there is to it. Now, if you used an oil drip pan, those are really great to have on a table. They have little edges on the side, and so as you fill it up, for any that get away from you, it'll be contained in that because it's pretty large. So this works pretty good. I think you can see, just kind of cut the top of it with my fingers. A funnel would be ideal. And then you can add all the nativity pieces. So these are like charm type of pieces that you could put on a necklace, or a garland, a small garland that you'd put on a tree, but it's actually just the nativity scene pieces. So if you couldn't find, for instance, yours didn't have an angel in it, or it didn't have the donkey or something, you just leave it off of the list. So I'll open those, and we can just slip those inside. And there's the sheep and the donkey and the angel. Here's Mary, here's baby Jesus, here's the camel and the star. Put him in, and we'll put a wise man in, but we can talk about that. The wise men actually came a little later. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit more of the vase fill in, but however much you think it needs is all that matters. If you want to fill it to the top, or if you want to have less, that works. All right, very good. So now it's time to put the top on, and don't forget, this would be a good place to use some glue. Or there's going to be a Christmas vehicle on the way home filled with lovely vase fill and nativity figures. So we can glue that on, and you can add a ribbon, and I think ribbon that has a little wire in it sure is helpful to do. So I'm gonna pull that into a bow on both sides. The wire helps. Good. And then on this side, just cross it And then here's a little bit of curly ribbon that I can put around it and then tie it. Good. I'm going to give it one more just so that there's a knot. And then I can tie this with the tag onto the ornament, and it's ready to go. So this will be a fun way to talk about all the different people who are in the nativity scene and then practice them so when they get to be with their families, then they're able to talk about it with them. Well, I hope you have a Merry Christmas and you're off to a great new year. If you're going to be planning any type of parenting conferences or such, sure let us know. It might be something that we could work with you and be able to provide that. But here is a great way to begin your Christmas.